Hello and welcome once again to Felixstowe Matters. Now we've got a very exciting programme for you today because the man who was supposed to be here hasn't turned up. So we're going to give you a little insight into what goes on behind the scenes at Felixstowe TV. You don't realise, but this is a community television service, and we try to bring up the youngsters, we try to do things with older people, but it is the youngsters where the future lies. Now, we've started this new apprenticeship scheme, and I've got a couple of our youngsters who're starting with this here now today. So welcome first of all to Samantha. Nice to have you with us, Samantha, and of course Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you've been with us now for a week. Tell us something about your first week.
It's been really good. I've had experience in TV and radio. I went up to the radio station yesterday and I actually got to talk on the radio for a little
You
while.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You're going to have your own radio show, I
Hopefully,
think.
yeah,
Yes.
one day.
Tell us, what were your reactions sitting in front of a desk first of all, and knowing your voice is going out on FM radio?
It's completely different to anything I've done before. I've done a little bit of college radio, but it was a lot
A little
more
bit of what sort of
college radio?
Oh, college
yeah,
radio,
we had
yes.
a station there.
Oh, did you? That's interesting.
But when you see the desk, it's all a bit like, I can't use it, but it was fine. I didn't have to touch any buttons yesterday. So.
No, but you're going to.
Yeah,
they're
hopefully
teaching
one day,
you.
yeah.
I hope. We have 70 volunteers on the radio.
Oh, nice.
And we had our meeting last night. We have a monthly meeting of all the presenters of radio, and we had it, and everybody said how good you were. So in your
That's
first
nice to hear, yeah.
I thought you'd like to hear that. But you see, they're going to train you up, so you're going to have your own radio show, and that means that for an hour or 2 hours you will be actually talking, running the show. And I've got a granddaughter of 15. If anybody wants to look in on a Saturday at 5 o'clock, Erica does half an hour. She's, real youngster stuff. So yours would be the older stuff. So that would be very good. And tell me, Charlotte, you've been sitting there very quietly. What have you been doing this week?
This week I've basically just been, obviously because I was volunteering here before.
Yes.
I've just been retraining myself, going over things. Literally just getting used.
We've done a lot of research.
We've done a lot of research.
What research have you done?
Well, to get people to
Too
come in
much.
on the show.
Oh, of course, that's a big thing, isn't it?
But it's hard because obviously Sam was doing it, and then she was
Okay.
like, but which people have already been in?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so we've
okay.
had to go through it
Check
again.
everyone.
Yes, because we're open to all businesses,
Yeah.
and in effect a business can get half an hour's free advertising
Yeah.
by coming on the show. And I think this is one of the television programmes which you're going to do.
Yeah.
You're going to have your own little television show. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, hopefully starting next week, I'm going to hopefully go down to some local businesses and
Yeah.
actually get involved with the jobs they do.
Oh,
So
that's
like
very
working
good.
in a kitchen.
Yes,
do
oh
that.
goodness, actually do live
Yeah,
with
I'm
them.
actually going to do their jobs.
That's really good, yeah.
And obviously have an interview with them, learn the history of the businesses.
Yes.
And get customer reviews as well.
Oh,
So
that's
go
very
out and
good.
actually interview
Yes.
people of Felixstowe and see
Yes.
what they think. Yeah.
Well, that'll be
That's
fun.
really good advertisement for businesses.
Oh, it's very good
Yeah.
for them, so it helps them and it helps
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And it makes very interesting viewing, I think, because
Yeah.
people don't know what goes on behind the
There'll
scenes.
be a few laughs, I'm sure.
I'm sure there will be. And what show have you chosen to do? Because we're trying to give each of you a show of your own. And so what have you chosen, Charlotte?
I've actually chosen the Dress Your Parents Up.
The
The Dress Your Parent one
Dress
up.
Your Parents Up. What's that? Tell me about it.
Haven't I, Anne? We're going to, basically me and Grant, Grant from Escape Reality,
Yes.
we're going to dress up Anne,
This is Grant is your
boyfriend, yeah.
boyfriend,
We're
yeah.
going to dress up Anne, rock and roll,
rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's right.
on live TV.
But when you say dress up, what do you mean?
Like we're going to put a leather jacket on her, put Grant's new rocks on her,
No, really.
which are like massive shoes.
Oh, I see,
We're
yeah.
just give her some skinny jeans.
She's going to get any piercings.
No,
No.
might get some fake ones.
Yeah.
Not bad
Get
idea.
some what?
Fake facial piercings.
Well, you've got some of those, haven't you?
Yeah, but mine are real.
They
I'm not going to pierce Anne for the
They
glory
have
of
fake
it.
ones, do they?
Yeah, they do like little rings
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
didn't know that.
Everyone when they were 12 used to wear
Yeah.
them.
But yours are real.
Yeah, mine are real.
And do you do them yourself, or do you?
I have in the past, but I haven't got any in now that I've done myself. I
I
did like
see.
my snake bites myself.
I see. But how do they do it? I mean, I'm being. Do you mind talking
No,
about
no,
it?
no.
Oh, good. How do they actually do it? Because you see, I mean, it looks horribly painful to me. It makes me shudder. I think, gosh, the pain of somebody sticking a...
I mean, it really depends on your pain threshold.
Is it?
Have
Oh,
you
God.
got any piercings?
I've only got my ears done.
I know,
Did they do that with a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Made me jump. Yeah.
Basically, draw a dot where you want your piercing, and then they use a clamp.
They do what? I'm sorry.
Just put a dot with a pen.
Oh, they
where
put a
want your
dot with a
piercing.
pen?
Yeah.
Really?
And then all right, I know. They put a clamp,
Yes.
and basically,
clamp?
yeah, a
Sounds
clamp.
On your
terrible.
face?
A clamp, and it's got 2 holes either side, so you
Yeah.
can see where the piercing is.
Oh, I see. It goes inside and outside.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
see.
literally, they just sort of pull it up and see where the skin is, and literally just go with the needle, just go
And does it
do
hurt?
it. No,
It doesn't hurt.
no. This one took 13 seconds to get the
13?
needle through because it's a
But they
banana
can't
bar.
get underneath that, though, can they? How-
No, she just pinched it,
Oh,
and they
pinch it to
basically
get-
have to draw out the.
Oh, I see.
Thing,
Gosh,
yeah.
well, they certainly, they're different, aren't they?
They are
They
indeed.
give you
That's what I was going
individuality. But, but what makes you have these piercings? What,
I don't know. I think my dad was always like, when I was probably about 13,
Yeah.
my dad was like, don't ever get a piercing. And I was like, okay. Now you said not to get one, I'm going to get one. And so I sat in my room, and I remember when I was about 13, and I had a little pin,
oh, yes.
and I had an ice cube and an apple, and I sat there from 12 o'clock at night till 2, just sitting there in front of the mirror, pushing it a millimetre every 15 minutes.
No.
And then I'd sleep with them in,
Yeah.
then I'd take them out, put them in when I got to school, and then just whenever I saw my mum and dad, I'd take them out.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, and that
But-
sort of worked for about 6 months, and then they found out.
But when you take them out,
Yeah,
I noticed one
I've taken this
sticking
one out.
I see, but nothing shows where you take them out. So
No,
there's
this I've got a little hole here.
Oh, but you
I've
can't
got
see it really, can you? No. But one of them sticking out a bit. Is
Yeah,
that-
it's because it's a long bar to go the way through my cheek.
Oh, I see. You can have that. And it's going inside, is it?
Yeah, it goes all the way through my
I'm
cheek.
fascinated.
It's fine.
and of course, we've talked about your tattoos before, because
Yes.
each one means something, doesn't
Yes.
it? So that's very good. And I hear you've got a little dog.
Yeah.
Tell us
Recently
a
got
little bit
dog.
about your dog.
We've got an American Bulldog cross Rottweiler.
Rottweilers,
Yeah.
they've got a bad reputation, haven't they?
See, that's the thing about her is that I don't know if JJ's never been on here, has she? Little
Huh?
Jamie.
No,
Has it?
Jane.
Well, obviously, my boyfriend's my boyfriend's little sister, she's 2. Our dog Kiara will just jump on her, and we have nothing to worry about.
No,
But
no.
one thing we've got to worry about is her licking her to death.
Yes.
Kiara has not got a bad bone in her body.
No.
She's a wicked dog.
But she doesn't look like a Rottweiler.
No,
does
she doesn't.
She
But because
doesn't.
she's white, she's deaf.
Yes.
So
I
it's
know
kind of a bit. She doesn't speak or anything, which is better around JJ. Like if JJ's screaming, she'll just stay asleep, which is
Yeah.
really good.
Well, that's
which I
very
kind of
good. She
think.
doesn't hear it at all. Have you any pets at all?
I've got a dog as well. But I have to agree, I did stereotype a little bit with the dog. And then
No.
You
I've
did
met
what?
her
I'm
and-
sorry, I missed that.
like stereotype with Rottweiler.
Oh, I see, yes.
Yeah.
She is lovely. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
she
yes,
just-
but she's
yeah.
not a Rottweiler, let's face it.
Yeah.
She's deaf and
Yeah.
she's a sweetie.
Just comes and
She's a
sleeps
poodle.
by your feet. It's
Huh?
lovely.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And have you had your dog long? Or
He's about 2 years now.
2 years.
Please say about the goldfish story.
take
Goldfish died. Oh yeah. So we
Goldfish.
were talking about yesterday about pets, and
Yeah.
I was telling them how my goldfish died on my birthday.
It died on your birthday?
Yes.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Her mum and dad gave her a goldfish.
what, for your birthday?
No, I won it
Oh.
from a fair,
Oh,
and
I
I
see.
said, "Can I bring it home?" And they said yes.
Yeah.
And they said, "If you keep it longer than a year, we'll consider getting you a dog." And it lived for like 2 years.
Oh, good. So you got the dog?
Got the
Oh,
dog.
I see. And then on your
Yeah.
birthday,
It died.
it
Yeah.
died. Yes,
Yeah.
but they haven't got a long life.
She came into me yesterday and went, "My goldfish died a year ago today," and I was like,
I was
"Okay,
actually
so."
right.
Because it was your birthday when
Monday.
you started on Monday.
Yeah, Monday, yeah.
It wasn't this Monday it
No,
died.
no.
Oh, it was a
like
year
years ago.
before.
Yeah.
Poor girl
in
going
peace.
back.
No, I wouldn't be that upset though.
Yeah.
No, it was sort of a like,
Yes.
just funny.
And
thing.
did you get any nice presents for your birthday?
I got one funny one, which was a Hoover for my car.
A Hoover?
Yeah, I think it's a
That's
hint
interesting.
to clean my car. Yeah.
Oh, that's a hint, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's a useful thing, actually,
Yeah,
isn't
no,
it? Yes.
I was actually quite happy with it.
Yes, because you don't drive at all, do you?
No, not yet. 1 month.
1
1
month.
month.
1 month, and then you're going to start.
Yeah.
But basically, what are both of your reactions to, local television like this, and Felixstowe television and radio? What? We'll start with you, Charlotte. What do you think of
Or
it?
Sammy, but
I'm sorry, I've got on Sam. That's
Well-
my old age.
well, I heard about Felixstowe Radio before,
Yeah.
so I knew roughly like the kind of shows you'd done and stuff.
Yes.
But Felixstowe TV, I didn't know much about.
No.
And yeah, I'm not used to like community TV, but it's quite interesting. Like how you can advertise local businesses and stuff.
Yes. Well, there's a big scope for
Yeah.
businesses, and of course, with what you're going to do, the show you're going to do, it'll be fascinating.
It's really useful for local artists
It
as
is.
well. So.
Yes. Well, I know we've been involved with several of the shops over the period, and they've all done tremendously well. I mean, they've introduced new lines. People have come in and asked them and mentioned as television.
Yeah.
So I know it has a great result. So this is the big thing.
Worth it, yeah.
Yes. And what is the main interest that you've got, Charlotte?
What, Felixstowe TV?
Yes.
I just love the way that it's a community thing, but I think people aren't harnessing the opportunity enough.
What do you mean by that?
Because it's such a community thing. I think businesses should be flooding in, because it's free advertising.
It is.
And people should just really be interested in coming in and just advertising and things, because a lot of people see this.
Oh, they do.
More people than people think. But
Yeah.
isn't it something like between 8 and stupid 1,000
Oh, yeah.
people?
Well,
for a year?
we have a religious program, as you know,
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Mark Reed, who
Mhm.
is the Baptist minister, and he started with us over a year ago, and he produces these regular religious shows, and one of his shows had 13,000 viewers, and that means he's had more from one of those shows than possibly his congregation for quite a long time. So, there is a great scope for it, and I think people have need of religion. And I was approached last night by David Hunt, who does the radio religious show on the radio on a Sunday, and he wants to contact all the churches to give them the opportunity to come on and do shows on the radio and shows on television.
It works, it definitely works.
It does.
The
I think it does. So you must remind me to do something about David, because this is where we're going to move forward. Now, we've got other guests with us today, and I'm going to give you both the opportunity of doing a little bit of interviewing yourself. We've got with us Scotty. Scotty, if you'd like to come through, please. If you'd like to sit between the two girls, you can be the rose between the thorns, or the thorns between the roses. And the girls are going to ask you questions. This is their opportunity to do a bit of interviewing. So perhaps you'd like to start off, Sam.
Well, I don't know that much about Escape Reality, because everyone else does here.
No,
so when did you join?
No, but people don't know about Escape Reality, so you must try and find out what Escape Reality is.
Okay, what is Escape Reality?
Well, Escape Reality started off as a group of lads that just wanted to have fun doing parkour, free running, tricking. Then we started to get noticed more, and then we managed to get stage performances. And then from that point on, it just sort of went to what it is now. So it's that we do performances at every event we can. We give stuff back to the community. Like we're doing the Felixstowe TV, the Felixstowe's Got Talent thing. On the 9th, just as to show to the public that we're still around.
Yeah.
And then, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have got to Miami.
Is that the biggest show you've done?
Yeah, the Miami show was probably the biggest.
Yeah.
And how did that come about, to go to Miami?
Well, one of the people that founded us and put us onto stage is known for the Fitness Britain work. And from Fitness Britain, their contacts in America do the Miami Universe weekend, which they've seen some of our performances and they invited us across. So we got the invite from there, and from that point on we had everyone pushing to try and get it. If it wasn't for Dan, we probably wouldn't have got there, because he helped get so much money in. Same with all the sponsors. The Co-op gave us about I think 2,000 towards it.
That's very cool.
So if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have managed to get there, and we wouldn't have had the once in a lifetime opportunity to perform on American international TV.
How many members have you got now?
At the moment we have 5. We had a few students, but over the winter obviously they don't train as much, so we're hoping to be touching that again throughout the summer.
Yeah, is that quite an easy thing to train? Or?
No, there's lots of injuries. I mean, at the moment I've still got a hamstring tear from November, so it shows if there's lots of injuries, but that's why we're trying to get students, because we taught ourselves, so we're hurting ourselves teaching ourselves. Whereas we now know the correct way to do it and what's wrong, so we try to encourage people to come to us, say they want to learn, and we try to then teach them how not to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because we don't want people doing the stuff we've done. We know the injuries, we've been out for months, not being able to train
learning
properly.
from your experience then, yeah.
So we don't want them getting hurt, so that's another reason why we're pushing to get the students.
We were saying the other day, the only thing I could do is a roly-poly. I
Yeah.
don't think that'd help.
Well, what is a
think we can do that.
roly-poly?
just just rolling.
Oh, so,
Gran
I-
spent like ages teaching me how to do a handstand, but
got
that's about all I can do. Can't do a rolly poly, my head hurts.
It's tricky.
and what is the future for Escape Reality? What are your aims?
Well, we're hopefully trying just to like settle into a bit of coaching work, and then our ultimate goal is to get into stunt work. But
Stunt work? What do you mean by stunt work?
You know, like on films, there's a big demand
Oh, is there?
for what
That's
we do,
interesting.
because it's a new sport. It does everything like gymnasts do, but outside.
Yeah.
So they're interested in using that. We can also use fight scenes with them, the choreography that we can do, and we're just hopefully trying to get into that. But it's a long process, and we're just trying to get on the ladder now.
Have you got a good agent?
Anne has got contact with agents, with an agent, but we haven't started on them. We're trying to produce like videos to show that what we can do first, because it's the easiest way in is to get videos and then send them off. So we're trying to work on really good videos at the moment.
Good, that's very good. How many shows do you do?
Varies. I mean, last year I think we did about easily 15 shows. It
15,
it depends on, like we might be doing the carnival this year. We'll be doing the Felix Lowe's Got Talent, and if we get through the final, it's another one. So it's just like if people want to book us, that's what we'll do. So there is like, it can be anything from like 5 to like 25 shows in a year.
Gosh, that's very good. And how many of you are there in the group?
There's 5 main members, and there's I think 2 or 3 students.
I see.
What's the worst injury you've ever got?
Worst injury I've ever got is I was trying to do something and tore both my calves at the same time. I couldn't walk for about 2 weeks until I had some strength in them to walk.
I'm guessing you don't wear any kind of equipment.
No.
Yes. But it's a wonderful thing that a few youngsters like you have got together and made something which is so positive, because you're involved with this in your own way, aren't you? Tell us a little bit about you. Well, you must ask him about your involvement.
My involvement?
Yes, with the Escape Reality.
I'm dating the manager.
That's what
That's
I mean.
about it.
Well, you promote us through Facebook and through Twitter
Yeah.
and stuff. So
You're
Yeah,
making their
I run the
music
Twitter page.
for them as well.
You wrote the Twitter page,
Yeah, I
did
do
you?
everything for Twitter.
So how do people get on and look at the Twitter page? What do they do?
Go to Escape Reality UK.
I see, yes. Oh, well,
Into
let's
it.
hope that
You're
people...
making their music this morning.
Yeah, I'm composed. I can like put all their mixes together.
Are you?
Had a lot of fun doing that last
Oh,
night.
that's very good. So you see, this is all youngsters working together and getting somewhere. And we're hoping, Escape Reality have been on Felixstowe Television, I think, haven't they?
yeah, we've been
Oh, yeah,
on several
loads.
times.
They were on
Yeah.
yesterday.
They were on yesterday.
Some of them were on
because
yesterday.
Grant has got his own show, hasn't he?
He has indeed.
And I think he's very articulate, and he's very he's a specimen of the age, if you like to put it that way. And are you all working in jobs, or is this your main occupation, or
we're
what do you do?
we're all students on a personal trainer course. So
You're all students on a personal trainer course.
apprenticeship, yeah.
And what does that mean exactly?
Basically, we're going through framework in all coursework to end up like getting us to go to the gym and like coach people to correct like how to get better technique and stuff. So we're the people. We're trying to be people that people go to try and get better healthy lifestyle and
Oh, I
stuff.
see.
And the reason we're doing it is because we feel through like the parkour side of things in our sport, we can make unique workouts. So we can like take them outside as opposed to everything being in gym. Because personally, I'm not a big fan of the gym.
You're not?
No, but
Why is that? I'm just interested.
Just,
Everybody seems to be gym mad today. They're always going to the
yeah,
gym.
but there's certain people in the gym that's like just because we're not exactly the biggest built people, and they all make fun of us because there's people in certain people in the gym that's just like either like try and do the same exercises we're doing because we do more body weight, or like laugh at us behind our back because we're quite like small built, and I don't like that sort of atmosphere. So if we take it outside, it gets them away from like people who are just training.
Yes.
Like starting training away from that atmosphere into an outside atmosphere, which is healthier for you anyway.
Yes.
And it's all body weight, so it works better, and we'll be able to do it outside.
What people don't realise though for parkour is they're always like, because when everyone's in the gym, they're like, oh, they're so small and stuff. It's like you shouldn't be big for parkour. You need to be
shouldn't
light
what? I'm
and
sorry.
lean.
I
You need
missed
to like.
that.
You don't. It's really if you're really big, like really.
Oh, I see. You mean
tall.
with big muscles?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like all
yes.
the lads, like it's
Yeah.
not that they're small. It's just they're really toned.
Yes.
Like it's all
yes,
just tone.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it really annoys me.
Gyms are expensive anyway.
Yeah, just go for a jog.
Well,
that's what
I
we
was
do.
surprised. There's one in town by Tesco's, and apparently this is the one I think
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of your
the-
members go to.
Lacey's.
You just go in and pay £4
that's
for a session, and you don't have to be a member
Yeah.
or anything.
Well, that's a cheap one. Yeah, that's good.
It sounds good. I hope I'm quoting the right figure
Yeah,
there.
it
but
is.
this,
I'd
is
rather
that
like
what you
jog down
pay
the prom
to?
but
Yeah,
buy
me
four
and my
pound
friend just
kebab.
start
At the moment, we've actually got a membership through our course because obviously we're going to be in the gym a lot, learning the correct technique and stuff in order to teach it.
Yes.
So we've got a membership through our course, but before, I used to go to the gym anyway, and it was like £4 a session. So
It is
it's-
£4. Well, that's very good, you
Must
see.
just be where I live then. Ours is more pricey.
But there's another gym down at by the pier, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
Or the
right?
leisure centre.
At the leisure centre, but that's very nice because it's got the swimming pool and it's got a sauna and a steam room.
Yeah,
and
you
all
can use
You've
things.
got the
everything
view
for
of the
that.
beach as
And you,
well.
and you can do your
Can't knock the
exercises
view.
looking at the sea, I think.
Yeah.
It's rather nice, but I don't know what the cost of that is.
No.
I did belong to it when I first came to Felixstowe.
I've been in there, I couldn't do it. I sat on a bike and it feels like you're actually going into the sea.
Did
I
you?
was vertigo going on and I was like, I can't, I'm cycling too fast.
Oh, I see. That's very good.
That's just me though.
So what do you see as the future of escape reality?
My personal hope is that we do get into stunt work. I mean, this what everyone
Stunt work.
Yeah.
This is for films, really,
Yeah.
and television.
Everyone in
yes.
the group is like really wants to do it. So
Yes.
I'm hoping that we can get there.
Yes.
We just for that we really just need to train hard and then
Yes.
get our head get first steps in the ladders to it.
Yes.
So we should hopefully be able to do that in about a year to 2 years.
Really? Well, sooner the better. I mean, really speaking, I'll put you in touch with there's a federation of agents, because you see, there's a speciality. In other words, agents specialise. One
Yeah.
might just do actors and actresses for the theatre, others might do it for film, and there are special agents who do only stunt work and stand-ins and things
Yeah,
like that.
well,
So
that would
we,
really help.
we must
Thank
talk afterwards, and I'll try and put you in touch,
Okay,
because
thank you.
that will help it forward. But you're doing the interviewing.
Well, should we ask?
You should have the next question in your mind ready. So, what are you going to ask?
How many times have you dyed your hair, Scotty?
Countless times. I've been red 1 week, blue the next, black the next. It's just my girlfriend's a hairdresser, so
Does she do it for you?
yeah. So when she's like, I'm a guinea pig type thing. So if she's got like if there's something new, like when she was at college, she used to get me in to dye my hair, full heads, tints and stuff. Now when she's past the course, but she's training, she just does. Can I put highlights through your hair? So she just like basically just dyes my hair any colour she wants. So
Yeah.
there's no real figure in that one.
Well,
I see.
have
Do
you
you have
anything
any
else?
like problems like when you're trying to rehearse, like just in random locations, like with crowds and stuff?
Not so much crowds, but we have like certainly got people who decide that what we do they think is wrong. They
Okay.
think we're damaging the place, we're gonna get hurt, so they try and move us away from places so it's not on the property.
Yeah.
Like we've had an incident before that we've been training outside somewhere and they've asked us to move on because we're scaring old people in the shop. And then we've had incidents before that we're just training on the beach where people came up and said, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing it?" It was just that we're trying to get better.
Yeah.
So it's just
I think when I first saw it, your first instinct is, whoa, like they're going to hurt themselves. But then
Yeah.
when you stick around and watch it, it's really interesting.
From the sounds of it, they do hurt themselves.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been fascinating having you with us, Scotty. So I'm going to say thank you to you because you're going to be replaced by Dan.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind, we're going to have Dan coming in here now, and then we'll have had all our youngsters.
Who's doing the interviews?
Well, I'll start it off, and then
Okay.
you two can chime in. Hello, Dan.
Hiya.
Welcome to you.
Thanks.
You've been a great asset to us. You're another youngster who's helping and training, but you're on the technical side.
Yes, I'm usually behind the cameras, so it's a bit weird being this side of them.
That's right. Now, perhaps the girls would like to start off.
Okay, how did you get all your knowledge into the technical stuff?
I honestly have no idea.
You just love it.
I've been really good with computers and stuff since I was little. And to be fair, it's not my sort of preferred aspect of what I like to do. I'm currently I want to go into business and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. So everybody's sort of like, why don't you stick to technology? That's what you're really good at. I'm like, but I don't always enjoy it, so I don't want to go into a career that I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's handy.
Yeah.
Well, you should do for a living what you would do for a hobby. I've always done that, and I've always enjoyed myself. But tell me, what are your aims and what sort of businesses do you want to go in for?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just I'm focusing. Obviously, I'm volunteering here and
Yes.
doing work here, and I'm doing my business course as well at Cliff House.
That's very good.
Which I'm focusing on finishing that, and then I want to see where that
And what
leads
does
me.
that cover? What does it?
Business management. I've done business administration. Business. I'm going to go for my degree and then maybe my postgraduate degree after that. So
That's very promising.
Yes.
But you do such good technical work. Aren't you going to ask Dan something about his technical work, Charlotte?
There's not much I don't know about Dan.
Well, there you
I
are.
can't think about what would be interesting
I
because I know it all.
see. Sam,
Okay, were you born in Felixstowe? That's not about technical work.
no, but it doesn't matter. This is what
General,
you've got
yeah.
to do.
I was born in Ipswich actually.
Oh, okay, same
So,
as me. Yeah.
but-
How many times have you dyed your hair?
How many times have I dyed my hair? Oh God.
Is it like
Well,
slick?
me and Grant had that phase where we went plenty of different colours, and I ended up. I found out I could go UV lilac. UV lilac.
I've never seen anybody.
No, it
with
was
UV
great
hair.
because we went to the clubs and whatnot,
Yeah.
and under a UV light it just glowed.
Does it?
It was
God.
great.
Well,
but-
why don't more people do that?
Because it killed my hair.
Oh, killed your
Hence
hair.
why my hair's really short now. I am going to grow it back and I'm going to sort of calm down a little bit, but I'm going to put some more colours in my hair again. But there isn't a figure on that anyway.
Dan and Grant sort of had a moment of like, we dyed our hair too much, so we just went zzzz.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, oh, hello.
So you've always been involved with escape reality.
Not always. Me and Grant have always been good mates, but obviously Escape Reality was first. It was a hobby.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until it got a bit on top of Grant that, you know, there was loads of emails coming through and he ignored them thinking, oh, they don't mean anything, this, that and the other. And then when we actually started looking through them, there was a lot of serious emails there. So I helped Grant go through all of them, and this must have been not the Christmas just gone, Christmas before. We went through all of them and he effectively couldn't cope with all the administration work that was coming in. So that's when me and Anne actually stepped in and I helped him out with that, got the videos underway, got talking to the co-op and all that sort of stuff. We organised this show at Brackenbury, sponsored by KW Autos.
Really?
And
Was
just
that one
got-
of the first shows?
Yeah, that was our first ever actual show that we'd scheduled everything together. We'd got bands there.
Yeah.
We'd they'd done all the routines.
Yes.
And we'd organised the whole day. And it was really stressful, but I think it paid off in the end. It was a really good experience.
Well, I think it's remarkable, you know, that a group of youngsters have got together, they've been to America, they've done shows all over the country, and they've got a great future ahead. And the fact you were involved and the way you're forming your life, you see, a lot of people have got strange ideas about youngsters today. I'm full of admiration. Well, I mean, here we've got 4 youngsters who are doing great things, and they're going to take the television and radio to higher heights, I hope. But you came to our meeting last night for
I
the
did.
radio. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, because I've not really been involved with radio side, so I don't really know anybody from there.
Yes.
But they were all, you know, quite supportive there. They all wanted to get involved and vice versa, and sort of liaise again.
Yes.
And make Felixstowe TV and Felixstowe Radio sort of as
Yes.
one branch.
Well,
Hopefully.
people don't realise, you saw it at the meeting last night, there's nearly 70 volunteers who work to keep the radio alive.
Okay.
And it's on FM, so many people listen into it, so many people listen into Felixstowe Television. So we can only say a big thank you to all the volunteers and to all of you youngsters who are sort of helping to take it to the next step. But at any rate, I'm afraid our time is up. I must just say a big thank you to Scotty, who's we saw, who's a member of Escape Reality, Dan, who's looking after the technical side and helps us all so much, and of course Sam and Charlotte, who are our new volunteers and apprentices, and I hope you'll see a lot of them in the future, and at least you can say, well, we saw them when they first started and doing their first interview. So thank you for watching. I hope you'll watch again, and goodbye and God bless you.